Good, happy Thursday morning. Is Thursday, August 25th, 2022. I'm Riley King. Welcome to this Thursday morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Thursday morning, so let's get started right now. First up, worker for Keene Electric Company electrocuted in accident at city wastewater treatment plant. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell saying a federal abortion ban is possible.
Access to care here could be threatened. Don Bolduc, Chuck Morse, and Kevin Smith would all vote for a nationwide abortion ban. Don't let them make abortion illegal in New Hampshire.
I just want to first and foremost express my heartfelt sympathy to the family members of the person who passed.
An accident claiming the life of one person at the Keene wastewater treatment plant located on Airport Road in Swansea. Emergency crews responded around 8 o'clock Wednesday morning. CPR and an AED were used to help the victim, but those efforts were unsuccessful. The person who died was an employee of Hamlet Electric,
Who was working as a subcontractor on a backup generator replacement project at the wastewater treatment plant.
Officials say the Hamlet employee has worked on city projects for a few years now and has formed relationships with city staff over time. Monadnock Family Services also responded to the scene with the state's mobile crisis response team shortly after the accident happened to provide support services.
This morning and in the coming days and weeks, we are going to ensure that mental health support is available to not only our team, as the mayor mentioned, at the plant, but also our emergency response team, our contractors, anyone involved in this incident.
There were 3 projects going on at the plant when the accident happened. Officials say those projects are now on hold for the time being. The plant itself, however, is still operating. In the meantime, OSHA is now working to determine exactly how the accident happened.
We're committed to finding out exactly what happened here and ensuring that it never happens again.
And because the plant is technically located in Swansea, officials there are also conducting an investigation into what happened. Reporting in Swansea, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Tuftonboro man held without bail after being accused of firing gun at sheriff's deputy before standoff. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell saying a federal abortion ban is possible.
Access to care here could be threatened. Don Bolduc, Chuck Morse, and Kevin Smith would all vote for a nationwide abortion ban. Don't let them make abortion illegal in New Hampshire.
In a WebEx hearing, 28-year-old Nicholas Anderson deemed a danger to his community on Wednesday and will be held without bail. In court Tuesday for a traffic violation in November of 2021, Anderson was given a $434 fine for driving 90 miles per hour in a 55 zone. Prosecutors say Anderson stormed out upset.
After the defendant had removed the license plates from his vehicle and left, entered the roadway, Deputy Stevens tried to pull him over. He refused to pull over.
That's when prosecutors say that Anderson got out of his vehicle and sent a gunshot that hit the sheriff deputy's windshield. The next 9 hours resulted in a standoff where Anderson allegedly barricaded himself in his home in Tuftonboro with his wife and infant baby inside.
It appeared that the defendant had placed a rifle at the window overlooking where the SWAT officers had gathered in what appeared to be another attempt to hold off police with firearms.
Anderson is being charged with attempted capital murder, attempted first-degree assault, and reckless conduct with a deadly weapon. The defense believes that he's not a threat because he has no history of violent crimes.
That the only offenses on his record are 2 DUI offenses. Nothing else, Your Honor.
Where he's got a wife and a young baby involved in this, calling dispatch, indicating that they were in fear.
Now, of course, the judge deeming Anderson a threat to the community. Now, what is next is an evidentiary hearing, but there is no date that's been set just yet. Live here in Ossipee, Troy Lynch, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Merrimack man accused of possessing child sex abuse images after search of home. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
What does it take to be the best? It takes guts, grit, determination. We don't settle for second place.
Tonight, a man from Merrimack charged with possession of child sexual abuse images. Police searching the Amherst Road home of Kyrie Walsh 2 weeks ago. Now we're learning that came after Google, Dropbox, and the social media app Kik flagged illegal content tied to Walsh. Investigators said the search led to the discovery of hundreds of child abuse image files. He faces 10 criminal charges and has already been arraigned.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Borrowers in New Hampshire react to President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell saying a federal abortion ban is possible.
Access to care here could be threatened. Don Bolduc, Chuck Morse, and Kevin Smith would all vote for a nationwide abortion ban. Don't let them make abortion illegal in New Hampshire.
I think that's great.
So this is a good day for students. It's a good day for investing in families who want the American dream.
President Joe Biden's proposal to cancel $10,000 worth of federal student debt for most Americans, an announcement many borrowers have waited a long time for.
$10,000 is a lot of money. That can change a lot of people's lives.
Kenneth Ferreira, Vice President of Student Financial Services at Franklin Pierce University, says they expect more information in the coming days.
There's talk about an application process. There's talks about automation. I think, the students that have called today and our phone has been ringing pretty steadily this afternoon. We've told them, take a deep breath, sit tight. This is really good news.
A recent report ranks New Hampshire with the highest average debt for the class of 2020 at just below $40,000. All New England states in that report ranking in the top 10 for highest average debt. Ferreira says this could change the trajectory for families, one of which shared hope with him over the phone today.
And one of the things she said to me is that this action today has changed my life. She and her husband may be able to buy a house before they turn 40. That's how big this is to working class people, to middle class families.
Now, the next question is, will the president's proposal survive the legal challenges that are almost certain to come? Live in Manchester, Marissa Tansino, WMUR News 9.
All right, Marissa, thank you. And a couple other important notes here. This relief only applies to loans held by the U.S. Department of Education. Loans issued by private lenders and other entities do not qualify. Current students are only eligible if their loans originated before July 1st of this year. For more info on the president's plan and who's eligible, you can check out the WMUR website or check out our mobile app.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Gil Singer Memorial Blood Drive held this week in Manchester. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell saying a federal abortion ban is possible.
Access to care here could be threatened. Don Bolduc, Chuck Morse, and Kevin Smith would all vote for a nationwide abortion ban. Don't let them make abortion illegal in New Hampshire.
New England's largest blood drive is underway in Manchester this week. Gail Singer's family started the annual event in honor of their wife and mother, and in 2011, it was the largest community blood drive in the country. The drive is particularly personal this year for Governor Sununu, who was rushed to the hospital last fall with a bleeding ulcer and needed several transfusions to stabilize his condition.
I've lived it, and you never know when you're going to need it and how important it's going to be in that moment. I needed 3 or 4 different transfusions to get me through an ulcer that I had no idea I had. So I've done this for a few years, so there's a matter of paying it forward, but also just recognizing there is a shortage. There's always a need.
The drive continues tomorrow, and there are appointments available. You can schedule a spot by going to gailsingermemorial.org.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. MBTA schedules to remain reduced into the fall despite Orange Line construction progressing as planned. Let's take a listen to that video from WCVB Boston.
Talk to the rock. Everyone says you should talk to the rock because it has all the...
You know, those service cuts that went into effect in June, and now we know they're going to linger into the fall. Meanwhile, just behind us here, you can see the big lights are set up just beyond that bus there. They continue their work on the Orange Line here tonight, and we're told it is on schedule.
Not a nightmare. I thought that it would be, but it's not.
The anticipated chaos has not materialized in the first few days of the shutdown. And the T says crews are making significant progress up and down the line.
We can see, progress being made. It makes us passengers feel like we are finally being heard.
The T says it appears fewer people have been traveling, making it less painful to get around.
One of the key elements of it going relatively smoothly is reduced traffic along the shuttle routes.
More people are riding the commuter rail to manage the shutdown, and more coaches will now be added to accommodate more passengers.
Is this going to Oak Grove?
Yes, it is. For many, the trips have been relatively smooth.
So when I see the shuttle, I wave, and the shuttle immediately drive away.
But some have faced challenges, and even when the Orange Line reopens, service reductions implemented in June will linger into the fall across the system, frustrating some who say the trains have been packed.
We are on top of each other in the morning and at night. And there's barely any place to breathe, especially in the hot summer.
Now, those Orange Line trains, they are scheduled to return to the tracks in 25 days. The T has not said when full service across the system will resume. Well, live in Medford tonight, John Atwater, WCVB News Center 5.
John, thank you.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Jill Biden experiencing rebound COVID. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
With Canva, we design videos together. Easy.
Trim this.
Tweak that.
And that's a wrap.
What will you design today? Start designing for free at canva.com.
8% of people have rebound.
The First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden, testing positive for COVID again, an apparent rebound case after taking Paxlovid. Many have asked across this country, how common are these rebound cases? President Biden had a rebound case as well after Paxlovid. Here's ABC's Ariel Reshef tonight.
Tonight, the First Lady once again in isolation, testing positive for a rebound case of COVID after taking the antiviral drug Paxlovid. Just 3 days ago, Dr. Jill Biden, who is double vaccinated and twice boosted, tested negative and was cleared to end her previous isolation. A spokesperson for the First Lady saying she has experienced no reemergence of symptoms and she'll remain at home in Delaware where she's following CDC guidance. President Biden, who himself had a similar rebound COVID case after taking Paxlovid, tested negative earlier today. In recent weeks, the White House COVID-19 response coordinator, Dr. Ashish Jha, pressed over concerns of rebound Paxlovid cases, but he says they are relatively low.
The clinical data suggests that between 5 and 8% of people have rebound.
But health officials urge Paxlovid is preventing severe outcomes, with people who took the pills 5 times less likely to be hospitalized and 10 times less likely to die from COVID. And now the FDA reviewing Pfizer and Moderna boosters that specifically target Omicron and its dominant subvariants, with officials saying those shots should be available soon after Labor Day.
And David, we reached out to the White House tonight. They are standing by those Paxlovid rebound numbers, saying that cases remain low, but they say there are still ongoing studies about rebound cases of COVID. David?
Yeah, they say it's still worth it to take it, even if there is a rebound. Ariel Reshef tonight, our thanks to you as always.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. That does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, everyone, and goodbye.